In this video, we'll show you how to install base cabinets. If you haven't already watched the measure and prep video, do that first. And remember, if you plan on installing a floating floor as part of your kitchen project, the cabinets go in first, but must be raised to a height just above the flooring. Otherwise, you might have trouble installing under countertop appliances. You can cut plywood strips that are the thickness of the floor and underlayment. Here's a trick. Before you screw down the strips, level them with shims. This will make the install much easier. It's also easier if you remove the doors and drawers. Then, just like installing the wall cabinets, start at a corner. Use the guides on the walls to transfer the stud locations to the cabinets, accounting for the face frame. Drill the holes and set the corner cab in place. The horizontal line is your main guide. Line up the top. Shim underneath the base and at the back to get it level and plumb. If the wall is extremely bowed, shims can help keep the cabinet square and fill the space between the base and wall. When it looks good, drive in the screws at the back, just enough to hold it for now. You'll tighten them later. For the next cabinet, drill the pilot holes through the back and position the cabinet next to the first. Even up the faces, shimming where needed, and clamp the faces together. Drive screws in the back just to hold it for now. Next, drill pilot holes with a countersink taper bit through the face frames and connect the cabinets with number 8 screws. And that's the gist of it. Here's a tip if your wall is bowed. Glue shims over the stud lines where you'll secure the mounting screws. This will prevent the cabinet backs from bowing when you drive in the screws. To even up the cabinet tops near the wall, you'll need to shim under the cabinet base against the wall. You can use the shim under the adjacent cabinet as a guide. When you cut that shim, cut another for the next cabinet and leave it in place. Where you have plumbing or gas, cut the holes in the back of the cabinet and install like the rest. Continue installing, but don't tighten the rear screws yet. Remember to keep the faces even and the tops lined up with your reference line. Alright, so what about that space at the end? Easy fix with a filler strip. Just mark and cut it. For uneven walls, clamp the filler piece to the frame. Use a compass to scribe a line following the contours of the wall. And it helps to cut at a 7 to 10 degree bevel to help fit the piece against the wall. Mark the width of the piece and cut the cabinet side. Use a plane for minor adjustments. Place the piece, drill holes through the frame, and attach with screws. Once you have all the cabinets in, tighten the rear screws and remove the clamps. Any places where you don't have a cabinet frame to support the countertop, like end walls and corners, attach 1x2s with screws. After your cabinets are secured, cut toe kicks to fit and attach with finish nails. For floating floors, do this after they're installed. Don't add the doors and drawers just yet. You still have to attach the countertops. Want more great ideas and how-tos? Go to lowes.com/howto or just click to subscribe. Next up, installing laminate countertops.